welcome to Plant Fit Meg. I wanted to give a little life update about what's been going on in my life at the start of 2021 and just how things have been going. So it's been a bit of a stressful time. We're in lockdown in our area, so we are only able to go out for essential trips, so just for groceries and pharmacy and that kind of thing. So I've been at home doing e-learning with my son. So he's on the computer doing virtual learning with his teachers and with his classmates. And that has been very interesting. It's had its challenges. The teachers are doing a great job and doing everything they can to really engage with the students and, you know, keep them occupied and keep them learning. But it is a lot of time dedicated to the screen and dedicated to his schooling. My son is 5, so he's also very energetic, and so we've been very, very busy with that. There's a lot of uncertainty with the pandemic and not knowing what is going to happen next, if the schools will reopen at the beginning of February as they're originally planning to, or if the closures will continue. I suspect that the closures will continue for longer, but we'll have to wait and see. So it's been a bit of a difficult time. It's been hard to keep up with the household and keep up with my own, self-care and my own activities. With the lockdown, the gym's closed, so I haven't been able to go to the gym and do that. So I've been trying to work exercise into our day here at the house, and yeah, we're just doing the best we can. I've been sick on and off. I don't know if you can tell. My voice is a little bit weird. So that's been difficult. It's had my asthma flare up a little bit. Not to the point of using medication, thankfully, but yeah, I've had that happen, so that's a little bit stressful and unfortunate. So yeah, I just wanted to share what's been going on. I will try to continue to film and edit and write blog posts and put out some content for you guys. I'm hoping to be able to continue with 2 videos a week. It might end up being 1 video a week for a while, depending on how things go, but I'm doing the best I can, and it is really important for me to put out fun and interesting and hopefully helpful content for you guys, putting out recipes and tips and things like that that can help you out on your plant-based journey, and sharing my life and my plant-based journey myself as well. So with all that being said, I thought it would be a good time to talk about self-care. For me, self-care is a day-to-day practice. So I don't think of self-care as, a pedicure on a Sunday. That can be nice, and when the pandemic's not a thing, that can be something cool to go out and do. But I really think of self-care as more of a daily ritual, daily things that we do to help ourselves and to make ourselves feel more like ourselves. That's how I look at self-care. So I have 5 tips for self-care that I've been using that have been helping me through the stress and the uncertainty and every day feeling exactly the same, kind of the Groundhog Day situation. So let's get into them. My first self-care suggestion is to breathe. So I don't know about you, but I carry a lot of tension in my body, and it almost seems like sometimes I forget to breathe, and there's a lot of tension in my chest and in my back, and I start to feel achy, and it's really uncomfortable. So breathing, it sounds so simple. We obviously breathe all the time, but breathing with awareness and an awareness of releasing tension and focusing on tightening my muscles and then releasing them and letting them go and relax, and even just closing my eyes and breathing just a few deep breaths to just sort of calm and recenter can be really helpful for me throughout the day, especially if I'm having a stressful moment or, you know, something unexpected comes up. It can be really helpful to just sort of stop and take a moment. Make a list. So I love to make lists. I do it all the time, but sometimes when I make lists, it can be a bit overwhelming because then I end up with a list and things don't always get done, and that doesn't feel good. I like to check things off the list and feel accomplished in that. So I think making a list and prioritizing, you know, what needs to get done today, what is the most important thing, what can I let go of, what's not super important, or what, you know, can be done over the next little while, and just taking care of, you know, what you need to do to get through the day, and then moving on from there and checking things off the list and feeling good about it. My list of priorities are eating healthfully, nourishing my body so that I can do the things I want to do, so that I maintain my health and I maintain my weight loss and I continue to feel good. Finding ways to incorporate physical activity into my day, finding time to read and decompress, and laughter is very important. It's very good for me. It's good for you. It's good for people in general to laugh and have moments of levity. And even though we're in a pandemic and there's a lot of, you know, serious things going on in the world, it's good to just take a moment away from that, take a step back and appreciate the little moments, the simple things. I try to look at things through my son's eyes, and any new thing is so exciting and so novel to him, and he brings such, you know, excitement and joy. And if you don't have your own children, think of yourself as a child and maybe how you would view the world or how you would view things. And I'm not saying to, you know, be naive and bury your head in the sand in terms of what's going on in the world. There's a lot of serious things going on, but if you can take a moment to take a step back and, you know, appreciate nature, or, you know, appreciate a delicious meal, that can be really helpful. Related to that is do something that brings you joy. So for a couple weeks there, I was really not focused on my own self-care. I was very focused on my son and getting him situated for school and computer learning and what that would look like. It looks very different now than it did for the first wave of the pandemic. The first wave was less interactive and it was more individual time working, and now it's a lot more interactive. We have meetings to attend with the teachers and stuff like that, so it's very different. So I was getting used to all that, and I let myself kind of fall to the bottom of the priority list. And once I was aware that I had done that, I was able to sort of shift gears and realize, okay, I need to do things that bring me joy in the day, so that I can be happy and more content and more effective as a parent and as, you know, someone managing the household and all of that kind of stuff. So things that bring me joy are physical activity, yoga, reading, writing, listening to music, singing, having a dance party with my kiddo. And it doesn't have to be, you know, hours and hours of your day. For me, it's impossible to make those things hours and hours of my day, but if I can carve out, you know, little moments here and there, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, just little chunks of the day that we can either do things together or I can find time for myself, then that's really helpful for self-care and feeling happier throughout the day. Maybe your things that bring you joy are completely different from mine. Maybe it's doing art, finding something creative to do. Maybe it's moving your body, in a different way. Maybe it's going for a walk, going for a hike, going out in nature. But anything that you can do that can bring you some kind of happiness, even with everything else, going on, can be really, really helpful. And it's good to sort of remind yourself to do those things and to enjoy your life and enjoy doing things that you love to do. Another tip is to do something different to break up the day. So I was starting to feel very much like every day was the same, and I was living in my pajamas. I was just feeling kind of down, kind of icky, a lot of stress, and I just kind of felt like I was in this habitual, every day is the same. And to sort of break out of that, I decided that to break up the day, I would try to do different things in the day. So I taught my kiddo how to do burpees. We've been doing burpees together, which might sound really silly depending on if that's something you're into or if you think that sounds like hell. But for me, it was really fun. He has a lot of fun with it. He started just doing 1 or 2, and now he's up to doing, 10 in a row, and then he'll stop, take a little break, do another 10. So he's really excited about it, and it's fun. It gets us both moving and doing something fun together. We have dance parties together. We do yoga. And so I'm just trying to find new and different ways to engage with him, to do just something different and something new throughout the day. We love to play board games together and card games together, so I've tried to introduce him to different card games, or I'll dig out, a board game from the basement that maybe we haven't tried before, or that we haven't played in a while, so it seems new again. And so just trying to find those little things to kind of break up the day and do something a little bit different and do something fun has been really helpful for me to feel good about my day. My last tip is to ask for help. So I am not always good at asking for help because I don't realize I need help until I'm very overwhelmed and very stressed out. I think I can handle everything. I think I'm Superwoman. I just try to do all the things, and then I get burnt out and I feel awful. And so I've gotten a little bit better over time at asking for help, but it's something I'm still working on and still practicing. Some people don't have a problem with this, and if they need help, they just ask for it. It seems very common sense, like, duh, just ask for help if you need it. But sometimes I'm not even aware that I need the help until it gets to kind of a breaking point of, oh my goodness, there's so much going on in my head and in my world and in my life that I'm just like, And I also struggle a little bit with feeling like I can't be upset in a way, like I can't be overwhelmed. I'm so grateful for my health. I'm so grateful for the life that I have and for my family, and we have a roof over our heads. We have food in the fridge. My husband has a job. We're fairly secure. And so I sometimes get into a weird mental space where it's like, well, I can't feel ungrateful, or I can't feel, like I need to ask for help. I need to just buck up and push through this. And, at a certain point that doesn't work. And I need to just feel what I feel and let it happen. Yoga has helped me a lot with recognizing that in myself and not being judging of how I'm feeling, but allowing myself to feel what I feel and not necessarily going into fix-it mode right away, because I'm also guilty of that. So taking a step back, allowing myself to feel what I feel, try to process it, try to write it out, talk it out, just kind of sit with it and then move on from there. So I asked my husband for extra help with certain things around the house, and he's amazing. Chris is awesome. If you've seen other videos on the channel, he's super fun, super laid back, and he's amazing. So I just need to ask for the help and I'll get it. Other people might not be in as comfortable a situation that way, and you might even be living alone and dealing with a lot. So it can be difficult, but there are always ways to reach out, you know, phone a friend, phone a family member, talk to people, connect with people, reach out. Even in terms of household chores and things like that, I've had my son help me a lot more over the last week or two, and that has really alleviated a lot of pressure and a lot of stress because we're getting things done, but we're doing it in a fun way. I make it into a game and we're playing, but we're still getting things done. So that's been really helpful too, to recruit my 5-year-old to help me with laundry and dishes and just the day-to-day stuff that really builds up when we're at home and we're e-learning all day and there's a lot going on. I also think it's important to recognize that if you're feeling very anxious, if you're having a lot of anxiety, or you're feeling very, very down, if you're feeling depressed or having suicidal thoughts or having, you know, mental health issues, definitely seek out help for that. Go see a therapist. There's online resources that you can look into and get help that way. It's very important to address any mental health issue as you would any physical health issue. To me, it's the same, mind or body. If you have a problem, you seek help for it. So there's no shame in it. I've dealt with anxiety and depression in the past, and I have, you know, gone to doctors, taken medication when I needed to. You know, you do what you need to do, and ask for help. Get the help that you need to really improve your life and turn things around. So doing all of these self-care habits daily and focusing on them and making them a priority has really made me feel a lot happier, a lot more balanced and stable, and also a lot stronger, which is great. So I'm going to continue with exercising and continue with asking for help when I need it, and you know, just trying to seek some better balance and some novelty in the day-to-day, and have fun with the current situation as much as possible, even though it is very difficult. We're stuck in the house a lot and we can't really go anywhere. Hopefully all of this will improve drastically with the vaccine. We'll see how things go. I hope you're doing well and that you're feeling good physically and mentally. Again, if you're not feeling well physically or mentally, reach out for help, for sure, for sure. I know that, you know, if I was really, really down and couldn't get out of it, or really anxious and couldn't, you know, work through it, I would definitely reach out for help. So don't be afraid to do that. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. These self-care tips have been really helpful to me. It might not be the typical self-care tips that you're used to hearing about, like, you know, getting a pedicure or a manicure or doing yoga for 10 hours a day, but these are just little ways that I have improved my situation over the last week or so, and hopefully they will be helpful for you too. Leave me a comment below letting me know what kind of self-care you're interested in and what you do to, you know, make yourself feel more yourself. I think that's my main goal, is to just feel like me and feel like I'm being authentic and genuine and being myself and being true to who I am. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe below if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.